Hi, welcome to Ace Culture Is. I'm Sascha, and I run the blog Ace Culture Is on Tumblr. I am a non-binary arrow ace. My pronouns are they, them, and am airs. Please use those or any pronouns I have approved on my Tumblr, or your comment will be deleted. Hi, quick disclaimer. I'm sorry if my voice kind of sounds weird or if I cough a lot. I'm not sick. Um, you see, on Sunday I joined the praise team in singing, and my vocal cords decided to die immediately after, like 2 days after to be exact. So I'm now recording this on a Wednesday, and this will be queued for Monday. And so, yeah, if my voice kind of sounds a bit raspy, that's why. I just drank some hot cocoa. Hopefully, that'll help. I don't like tea. Sorry. Now, on to the video. A quick disclaimer though, minor trigger warning. Rape is mentioned, not really talked about in depth, but mentioned sometime during this video. I will try and add a timestamp if I can in the description. Um, but yeah, please be aware of that. If that does trigger you in any way, feel free to skip this video. Now, on to the video. What can Allos learn about / learn from our community? Well, we are not against sex. That is just a huge one. Um, a lot of us are just repulsed by it. A lot of asexuals I have seen, especially on Ace Cultures on the Tumblr, a lot of aces are in fact sex repulsed. They have expressed that repulsion, and it can be very easy to mix up repulsion and being against something. Like, I'm repulsed by slugs. That doesn't mean I'm gonna hate anyone who likes slugs, if that makes sense. And many asexuals actually do have sex. It can be for many different reasons. Maybe for do I have any hot chocolate left? I do not. Okay. But maybe for many reasons, such as they like the emotional connection. Maybe it does feel good. They just don't feel the attraction. I've or they're bored and they just might want to do it. I don't know. There are many different reasons. And I'd also like to point out that in general, I have seen the ace community be very sex positive. And sex positive is in we're not very shaming uh, about sex. We don't care how much sex you have. We just wish that you don't shove it in our face. Now, this bears repeating. We don't hate sex. Good chunk of us do not hate sex. Some people do. Some aces may hate sex and may shame those who do have sex, but in general, most aces do not. And again, we just don't want it shoved down our throats. We genuinely do not want it shoved down our throats. Not all of us have trauma, sexual or otherwise. And even if we do, even if an ace does, it's none of your business. Some asexuals do have trauma, and that trauma may or may not affect their asexuality, and that's up to the individual themselves. That's not themselves. That's not up to you. And there are plenty of aces who don't have sexual trauma, who are just asexual just because they're asexual. They just don't feel sexual attraction, and that's valid of them too. Who does or doesn't have trauma, and whether or not they're asexual or not, should not play a part in anything, really. The only time trauma and asexuality should ever play a role in anything is if uh, you for some reason need to know about their sexuality and if they've had trauma. But that's it. And most people do not need to know that information. There are many aces that are gay and asexual. Called being homoromantic and being asexual. It's not feeling sexual attraction is not inherently homophobic. I don't know why people think that. Being gay isn't all about sex. Being gay isn't all about sex. It's about feeling being gay is feeling a romantic and or sexual attraction to the same sex. There are gay aces, there are gay arrows, there are gay oriented arrow aces. You don't have to uh, have romantic and sexual attraction to just be gay. It's not inherently homophobic. It's really not. A romantic relationship doesn't have to be based off of sex. This is now going to territory that allos can learn from asexuals. A romantic relationship does not have to be based off of sex. It really doesn't. It can be based off of romance. It can be based off plenty of other things. And the same goes for vice versa. A sexual relationship does not have to be based off of romance. It's not uncommon for an allo arrow to have a sexual relationship that's not based off of romance. That's not a bad thing. Again, as long as everyone in the relationship is consenting, happy, and healthy in said relationship and with said relationship, I don't see a problem. Consent is seriously important. That is something that a lot of people have seemed to miss, especially in media, or at least the media that I'm forced to consume. Guilt tripping people into sex is rape. There is an anon on Ace Culture Is that had admitted to having sexual intercourse with their wife because their wife guilted them into doing so. That is rape. Guilt tripping people into sex is rape. I really wish people were really wish people kind of touched on that more. And trying to force someone into sex when they don't want it is sexual harassment at best and rape at worst. Trying to push them, hey, try it out. Hey, do this. That is sexual harassment at the very best. If you don't touch me, if you don't know anything, that's sexual harassment at best. And rape at the absolute worst. Moving past that heavy subject, sex does not equal love. That is a very dangerous mentality to have. If you think sex equals, people can be abused. Minors can be force themselves into sexual relationships because they believe that means it is love, which is not true. Just because you have sex doesn't mean you're in love, and just because you're in love doesn't mean you have to have sex. A lot of people, that's a very dangerous mentality of just sex equals love. Sex does not equal love. Here's the schedule. So sorry for how short this video was. I have a question of the day. Do you like this format? Do you like the little slides format I have with little animations? I apologize for how short this video was, and I apologize if it seems like a little bit lower in quality. I'm a bit tired. I have a lot of, I get these highs and I get these lows, and I have a lot of low energy. I make these slides and then I just record right after. So sometimes I'm kind of low on energy, especially if I'm multitasking, which I was. So I do apologize if this video wasn't the best. And I'd like to point out that these are my own experiences from what I've seen. If you have your own experiences, feel free to comment them down below. And if I have enough, I might revisit this topic. And again, question of the day is, do you like this format? Do you think I can change anything about it? That is all. To all my Allo allies, have a nice day. To all my fellow Arrow Aces, have a wonderful day. To all my Allo Aces, you keep doing you. And to all the Allo Arrows who got lost along the way, please enjoy your stay. Bye.